Are the Bills officially in trouble? And when I mean in trouble, I mean they're a Super Bowl favorite. Are they going to make the playoffs? Can they still win the division? Like, is it panic time for the Bills? Like how are you feeling about the Buffalo Bills right now?
Man, I mean, you know more than anybody else. They do this shit every single year. They drop at least 2 games to teams that are just god awful. They already did it once this season against the Falcons. No offense, Falcon fans.
Mhm.
But this loss, I think, obviously to the Dolphins, this hurt extra bad. This was supposed to be a cakewalk game for you. This was supposed to be one where, and that's probably how they entered the match too. They were just like, whatever, it's the Dolphins, we're going to win. They're awful and they're going to fire their coach soon. And then look what happened, right? So I'm not concerned. I know you're not concerned. I think there's obviously a little bit in your mind of like, we shouldn't be dropping these games, but they do it year in and year out. Again, I'm looking at their schedule for the future. I think honestly they're going to have a tough matchup this weekend against the Bucks.
Yeah.
Other than that, they have a redemption game ahead in December against the Pats, and then I would say maybe the Eagles right after Christmas are their tougher ones. But other than that, I see them steamrolling the Texans, see them beating the Steelers, Bengals, Jets definitely, and Browns. So I'm not concerned. At the very least, depending on what the Pats continue to do, you're looking at a wild card, and even then, I think you're in good shape.
Look, I don't know what anybody really wants me to say. Is it over? I mean, structurally, mathematically, no, not really. No, of course not, right? We're 6-3. It's November 12th. That's it. You look at the schedule. There's a bunch of winnable games, as you mentioned. The tougher ones, obviously the Pats, because the Pats look pretty good right now. Than the Eagles,
Yeah.
who for some reason keep winning these games and they're Super Bowl champs. So people obviously are going to overrate that. But you know, and then so yes, we'll still make the playoffs. The division is still there if other teams decide to be exactly who we thought they were, and I'm including the Pats. But Bert, I got to admit, man, like I don't know if you feel it, I feel it. The vibes, right? The vibes are gone. That's
Yeah.
that's what I care about. Like all the models you can run and the percentages and the strength of schedule numbers and all that bullshit. Like I watched that game on Sunday and the loss to the Dolphins, and where the Bills just looked flat, bro. Like they looked deflated. Yes, we had a bunch of injuries. We're gonna have a bunch of players come back starting this week, hopefully. Um, Signing McCole Hardman, Gabe Davis is another receiver up, coming off of not doing anything in the trade deadline, which is a whole another thing. But
Yeah.
you're obviously not going to win a lot of games turning the ball over 3 times. You can't have 3 picks versus Miami. That's not the team that I thought we had. That's not a Super Bowl contender. The problem is it's the same movie we keep saying every year with the Bills. Like you said, we
Yeah.
start off hot, 4-0, 5-0, beat good teams, beat the Chiefs every year. Everybody's penciling us into the AFC Championship, probably the Super Bowl. And then the loss to the Falcons, loss to the Patriots. The script flips. The running game disappears. Secondary's giving up big chunk plays. You know, uh, Josh Allen moping around, right? Like we just paid this guy $250 million. He's trying to force it, win the game by himself, instead of trusting what got us there in the first place. So for me, where I see us right now, we're a very good team that has shown repeatedly that when the pressure's on and we actually need to execute, it's there. We find a way to step in and rake it in. Like we do it every year, like you said. We have the Chiefs win, which I guess is one thing if you really want to hold on to that. I don't hold on to that because we always do that. I need to do that in the playoffs. But you can't get dismantled by the Dolphins and lose to the Patriots
No.
and feel good. So no, the season's not over. I know that's like hyperbole coming from me, but if I'm looking at the Super Bowl window, can I tell you confidently I feel as good as I did at the beginning of the year? No, like I don't think it's closed. I think it's more closed than it was before. It's cracked. It's cracking down. So
Yeah. I mean, there should be some doubt, right?
yeah,
Given the repeated history of things. And I think that this has to be the tell all season. I feel like we say that every single year, but you have every right to be cautiously
absolutely.
optimistic, I'll say.